Hello, everyone. Let's continue to learn the installation of detectors. This section focuses on the installation of pipe sampling aspiration smoke detectors, spot-type flame detectors, video image fire detectors, combustible gas detectors, and electrical fire monitoring detectors. Let's first learn the installation steps of the pipe sampling aspiration smoke detector. Pipe sampling aspiration smoke detectors are generally installed in places with high-speed airflow, low-temperature environments, such as cold storage. Locations requiring concealed detection for aesthetic reasons or to prevent tampering, critical areas needing early fire detection, and confined spaces unsuitable for personnel entry. The installation of pipe sampling aspiration smoke detectors should adhere to the following requirements. 1. The installation height of the sampling pipe network for non-high sensitivity detectors should not exceed 16 meters. For high sensitivity detectors, the installation height of the sampling pipe network can exceed 16 meters. When the installation height of the sampling pipe network exceeds 16 meters, detectors with adjustable sensitivity should be set to high sensitivity, and the length and number of sampling pipes and sampling holes should be reduced accordingly. 2. The protective area and radius of each sampling hole of the detector should meet the requirements of spot-type smoke fire detectors. 3. The total length of sampling pipes for a single detection unit should not exceed 200 meters. The length of a single pipe should not exceed 100 meters, and the sampling pipe should not pass through fire compartments. The total number of sampling holes should not exceed 100, and the number of sampling holes on a single tube should not exceed 25. 4. When capillary tubes are used in the sampling pipe arrangement, the length of the capillary tube should not exceed 4 meters. 5. The suction pipes and sampling holes should be clearly marked with fire detector identification. 6. In buildings with beams or space frames, sampling pipes should be fixed to beams or space frames. 7. For vertical sampling pipe arrangements, sampling holes should be placed at intervals of every 2 degrees Celsius temperature difference or every 3 meters, whichever is smaller, and the sampling holes should not face against the direction of airflow. 8. The fire alarm signal, fault signal, and other information from the detector should be transmitted to the fire alarm control panel. When involving fire linkage control, the fire alarm signal from the detector should also be transmitted to the fire linkage control panel. Next, we will continue learning about the installation of spot-type flame detectors and video image fire detectors. Spot-type flame detectors are typically installed in areas such as road tunnels, oil tank areas, oil depots, and oil and gas transmission passages to detect fires promptly and raise alarms. Video image fire detectors are generally installed in large, open spaces or places with specific requirements such as civil airport terminals, railway passenger stations, urban rail transit stations, maglev train stations, port passenger terminals, bus passenger terminals, halls, indoor squares, etc., where there are no obstructions or dividing conditions. The installation of spot-type flame detectors and video image fire detectors should adhere to the following requirements. 1. The installation position should ensure that their field of view covers the detection area, and precautions should be taken to avoid direct light sources shining directly onto the detector's detection window. 2. There should be no obstructions within the detector's field of view. 3. When installed outdoors or in traffic tunnel locations, dustproof and waterproof measures should be implemented. The installation of combustible gas detectors should meet the following requirements. 1. The installation position should be determined based on the density of the gas being detected. If the gas density is lower than that of air, the detector should be positioned above potential leak points or above areas where the gas may accumulate most. If the gas density is equal to or greater than that of air, the detector should be positioned below potential leak points. 2. Adequate space should be left around the detector for replacement and calibration. 3. Construction should comply with explosion-proof requirements in locations requiring such precautions. For linear combustible gas detectors, measures should be taken to prevent direct sunlight from affecting the transmitter and receiver windows, and there should be no obstructions between them. The distance between two sets of detectors should not exceed 14 meters. The installation of electrical fire monitoring detectors should meet the following requirements. 1. Adequate space should be provided around the detector for replacement and calibration operations. 2. The neutral line on the load side of residual current electrical fire monitoring detectors should not be shared with other circuits and should not be redundantly grounded. 3. Temperature measuring electrical fire monitoring detectors should be securely fixed on the protected object using compatible fixing devices. In this lesson, we have covered the installation steps and requirements for detectors. Now, what are the installation requirements for manual fire alarm buttons, hydrant alarm buttons, fire telephones, and emergency fire broadcast systems? In the next lesson, we will study the installation of other system components.